What's up, guys? Dinofries here, and I apologize for not uploading this video earlier. I hurt myself while hiking, and so I was at a commission for like a week, and it still kind of hurts. Back pain is a but we're here. We're here, and also check out the new mic setup. I know you guys been saying that my mic sounds like shit because I be moving around and stuff. I mean, I'm Italian. What can I do? But it's stationary, so hands-free. Anyways, here we are. I beat Wild Hearts. It took me like 40 hours, but I beat it. Okay, so let's review. In my previous video, I droned on and on about how much fun I was having playing Wild Hearts and how I wouldn't have gotten this $70 game if not for the free trial available via Game Pass / EA Play. And I showed you guys the first 3 boss fights too, just to show you how cool Wild Hearts is. But now let's really dive in to the question. Is it worth $70? Well, full disclosure, I actually didn't drop $70 on this game. I didn't pirate it, but what I did was I signed up for EA Pro, which is $15, and I signed up for just the month just to play Wild Hearts. And I think it is worth the $15. I mean, I got 40 hours of playtime out of it, and I had fun. But $70 for this game? I don't know about that. For starters, the performance is a fucking train wreck. I had to drop all the graphic settings to the lowest possible options just to get a smooth frame rate, and I was still only at like 30 FPS, not even 60. And like, this is a AAA game that costs $70. Like, it should be 60 FPS at least. That's ridiculous in and itself. And that's a shame because like, I seriously dig the graphics that Wild Hearts has to offer. It's a gorgeous world. Even on the lowest settings, I was still able to appreciate how pretty this game is. I would walk around and just take in the sights. And when you couple this with the awesome ability to like build stuff in the world that stays there, and you build like these flying vines, so these zip lines, and you just traverse, you just go wherever you want. And I love games that let you explore the landscape to the fullest. So that was a really cool perk about this game. But yet, even on the lowest settings, this game fucking crashed on me right after I killed a monster that took me an hour because it was so difficult. And there's no fucking autosave. Can you believe that, by the way? How do the games today not have autosave? It crashed on me, lost all that progress, had to do the fight again. And guess what? This happened to me 2 other times, and that really soured my experience with this game. And like, the bad doesn't really stop there. I mean, there's a lot of systems in this game that are just more complicated than they need to be. I find the menus kind of frustrating to navigate. I find tracking monsters not intuitive, and there's loading screens for like every time you go between town and one of the maps, and they're long and they just break the immersion, in my opinion. I mean, remember when PlayStation was like, no more loading screens? We still have loading screens, and they're not even quick. Now, going back to the town, it's called Minato. This is like the main hub where you upgrade your shit and accept quests and stuff. I liked the town. Like, it was super neat looking, but it's also like bigger than it needs to be. I would have rather preferred just the town can be as pretty as it needs to be, but just have all the NPCs in one place. I mean, it's cool that the town is alive and like the townspeople are like doing stuff, but I don't know, it's just, again, more complicated than it needs to be, because we just want to get to town, upgrade, accept your quest, and get back out there. I don't want to have to walk and warp around everywhere just to accept quests and stuff, you know? Also, the NPCs, right, like the characters in this game, like they do have their charm, but honestly, all I cared about was Nagyoku. I don't know if I'm saying that right, Nagyoku, because she's down bad. But I mean, the story is fine, I guess. I don't think there's a point to a story with these kinds of games. And also, like the cutscenes get so choppy that you can't even really follow the story if you wanted to, but I guess who cares, because monster hunting games are all about monster hunting. Now, speaking of monster hunting, let's get into the meat and potatoes of Wild Hearts. Roll the montage. So, as you can see, the gameplay in this game is super fun. I didn't play Monster Hunter so much, so this was my first experience with taking down big ass animals, and it is a blast. I really had a good time doing it. But unfortunately, it does get kind of stale. Like once you get midway through the campaign, and that's like for several reasons. One, the combat is repetitive as heck. I mean, that's both good and bad because like you can kind of nail it pretty quickly. It's not that complex, and you get used to your favorite weapon, and you figure out the best combos, and you learn how to deal the most damage to a monster in the shortest amount of time. But bad because, you know, you're kind of just doing the same thing in every fight aside from learning the boss's patterns and stuff for dodging. And there's also the Karakuri system, which is different than Monster Hunter. Think like Fortnite, you build like walls and gliders and weapons to help you in your fights, and that part's really cool. It's fun to unlock new ones and see what they do, but really like you're only kind of taking in 1, 2, maybe 3 Karakuri. It all really depends on like there's general ones that always help, like harpoons and chain traps, just for like keeping the monster like nailed down so you can deal damage to it. But then you kind of only use like the same 1, 2, or 3, just according to what your weapon is, to which Karakuri work best with that. So like even that gets kind of stale. 2 is the equipment. So I mean, like the equipment in this game, it looks okay. I feel like they could have done a lot cooler stuff with the equipment, but you don't really upgrade your equipment that often. I don't know about you, but like I like playing a game and like every other hour I got a new set of armor on. But for this game, you have to like grind your ass off, like hours, hunting the same monster to like complete a set. And I did it once and I got this cool, it's called Fumebeak. A Fumebeak was the monster, and I got their like the bird's armor, and it looked super sick, and my character looked super sick. But I was done. I was like, I'm just gonna keep this armor for the rest of the game, even though it's not the best armor according to like all the hunts. Like you're supposed to like change armor in accordance with resistances, with like the elements and stuff, but like ain't nobody got time for that. So I didn't like the equipment system. I mean, like I'm someone who likes visual progression. I don't know about you guys, but visual progression is huge for me. I want to keep making myself look cooler and cooler, and I want the option to keep changing my character style and feeling like I'm getting stronger just by looking at my character. This game, it doesn't really have that. 3, the difficulty in this game, at first it's like fine, it's good, it's challenging, but you reach a fucking wall once you get to like the Death Stalker, the icy wolf thing, which is like chapter 3. I think there's 5 chapters in the game. And anyway, I had to grind big time just to take this guy out. So I had to like make a bow for fire damage and stuff, and it was still hard, but I beat him, and like that felt good. But like I didn't like the grind in this game. It just feels overcomplicated. So all in all, if you hear what I'm saying, and then you look at all that cool gameplay I showed you, don't buy Wild Hearts, okay? Don't spend $70 on this game. It's a cool game, and I'm glad I spent the $15 on it to play this cool game and have an enjoyable, mostly enjoyable 40-hour experience. But $70, bro, don't do it. Performance issues and the fun I had aside, this game just doesn't have the replayability to warrant $70. I mean, like it's broken, first of all, but like seriously, just get EA Pro like I did and play Wild Hearts for $15. You have it for a month, you'll definitely beat it, and move on. Okay. But I think that's only available for PC players. So if you have a console and you're like, oh, Wild Hearts looks cool, no, dude, don't waste $70 on this game. I'm telling you, you'll regret it. Anyways, that's it for me today. What do you guys think? Did you play Wild Hearts? Let me know in the comments how you feel about this game. If you agree with me that it's worth $15 but not the 70, or maybe you disagree. Maybe you feel like it is worth the $70. I'd love to hear what you guys think. But yeah, drop a like, subscribe if you haven't already. Merch available on my website, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.